Welcome to the House of Cush, where the evolved hustlers come to learn more about astrology, rootwork, conjure, tarot, culture, and a little bit of everything in between, depending on the day. But today we are tapping into the almanac for today, Sunday, May the 31st. And we are tapping into the almanac for the month ahead. Now, if you guys want to check this out in full, see the rituals, the guides, things that you can utilize this evening to do the work, you could tap into my House of Cush Patreon, and there you will find all of the DIY rituals and spell work that is available to the public. All right. Now, we are here. First of all, where are my manners? Welcome OGs, welcome new news. Thank you so much for supporting the vibes. I appreciate y'all so much. I hope that you guys are having an amazing Sunday so far by the time this message reaches you. Even though today is Sunday and we are tapping into that sun energy, the messages are timeless. Y'all know I gotta pull some cards to see what's what, but we are gonna get into the astrology of today as well as the month ahead, because let's just be clear, there's a lot going on, but for a purpose. Now, for my day traders, my CEOs, my founders, and my evolved hustlers, all right? Today's astrology is giving transitional, visionary, and emotionally charged. Now, the reason being is because the collective is essentially moving between expansion, realism, optimism, and accountability, emotional intuition, and strategic execution. The Sagittarius Full Moon that we're in right now, it's going to continue to amplify. It's going to continue to amplify ambition, movement, entrepreneurship, risk appetite, philosophical thinking, and future planning. But the deeper transits active today are asking you, can your vision become infrastructure? Today is less about emotional excitement and more about sustainable expansion, intelligent positioning, and nervous system regulation, as well as disciplined execution, market adaptability, and leadership maturity. The transit data has been cross-checked with astro-seek.com, so if you guys want to tap in and put your personal information and location in to better kind of grasp the transits where you are and for your personal chart, you could do that, because as you know, the messages and the transit information is general. It's for the collective, all right? So take it where it resonates. Now, the moon sign and the lunar climate for today, with the moon being in Sagittarius, it keeps the collective energy more future focused and focused on expansion. It's very expansion oriented, all right? It is amplifying the feels of optimism, all right? Marketing power, sales confidence, entrepreneurial courage, publishing, education, broadcasting, travel themes, and macro level thinking. We touched on this a little bit yesterday, but I'm going to go ahead and reiterate just for the ones who weren't able to tap in. We've been sitting in this energy for a few days, so you can expect some reoccurring themes such as live stream, podcasting, networking vibes. This is good for teaching, brand storytelling, audience growth, scaling conversations, and high visibility content. We're still sitting in the energy of the Sag, which can create impulsive decisions, inflated confidence, over trading, over promising, scattered focus, and emotional gambling. So for my traders, I want you guys to avoid confusing momentum with certainty. And for my CEOs, don't expand faster than your back end systems can sustain. You don't want to be doing too much. You want to do just enough. Now, Mercury sextile Saturn is remaining the stabilizing business transit that's active for today. Mercury and Gemini sextile Saturn in Aries is going to support strategic communication, disciplined thinking, operational structure, analytical focus, long-term planning, and intelligent execution. This is premium energy for contracts, analytics, trading strategy, your back-end organization, investor decks, negotiation, SOP creation, refining systems, and business forecasting. Today is going to reward clear thinking over emotional reaction. Venus is squaring Saturn, so this financial pressure transit is still active. Venus in Cancer squaring Saturn and Aries continues to expose emotional spending habits, unstable business systems, poor financial boundaries, burnout cycles, weak partnerships, scarcity fears, and emotional attachment to feeling systems. This is where the universe is asking you, what is emotionally draining your resources? For my evolved hustlers, this transit is forcing emotional maturity surrounding your money, leadership, self-worth, sustainability, and energetic reciprocity. This is going to be excellent for restructuring your budgets, refining your pricing, reducing unnecessary expenses, strengthening your business boundaries, and improving your operational discipline. I want you guys to avoid emotional investing, overextending financially, desperate business decisions, and luxury spending just for validation. All right? It needs to have a purpose. All right? Market energy today for my day traders, y'all. Uranus in Gemini is continuing to electrify the market psychology. Uranus in Gemini keeps news cycles fast, narratives are still unstable, vitality is elevated, and market sentiment is reactive. This is creating sharp reversals, speculative movement, emotional traders, algorithm-driven price swings, and rapid momentum shifts. Today is favoring more disciplined scalpers, adaptive traders, technically focused setups, fast profit talking, and emotionally detached execution. It's not ideal for stubborn bias, all right? Oversized positions, revenge trading, and emotional averaging down. The lesson is adaptability is survival at the end of the day. Now, the exact aspects that are perfecting today are going to be Moon, Trine, Mars. This is productive fire. You need to be focusing on execution, leadership, decisive action, your trading momentum, your competitive strategy, your content batching, and your business productivity. This transit supports confident movement with discipline. Now, let's look into the Moon squaring Saturn. This is adding emotional pressure beneath the optimism. So your possible themes are temporary discouragement, exhaustion. You might feel blocked. The emotions around you might be heavy, and you might be feeling a fear of failure. For leaders, do not let temporary pressure destroy the long-term vision. And for my traders, avoid emotionally reacting to short-term losses. This aspect is rewarding emotional maturity under pressure. Now let's get into the planetary day hours, because Sunday is ruled by the sun, right? And this is the planet of visibility, leadership, vitality, authority, branding, recognition, and creative power. You want to use the sun's energy today for your visibility campaigns, your thought leadership, your live streaming, branding, content creation, public positioning, audience engagement, and visionary planning. The sun's day is favoring stepping fully into your leadership energy, okay? Bosses only. This is grown folk business. Now, your most important planetary hours of the day are as follows, all right? So get your notebooks out. The sun hours, of course. Best for branding, leadership, launches, live streams, visibility, confidence work, public speaking, and you're going to use this for commanding attention, all right? Mercury hours are good for your contracts, your trading, your negotiations, your strategy, your analytics, your communication, your emails, and your planning. Now, you're going to use this for precision and business intelligence. Your Jupiter hours are best for abundance work, scaling plans, networking, audience growth, sales, expansion strategy. This is excellent under this Sagittarius moon energy, so take advantage. Lunar phase momentums today, it's still waxing towards fullness still, so we still waxing lunar phase right now. Now, this is favoring expansion, visibility, growth, and let me stop and say it was waxing when I was talking to y'all. Like I said, check the time, all right, y'all? But it is good for audience building, your sales, your networking, your momentum trades, and your business scaling. Now, this is good for push forward energy. You're thinking of pitching, selling, launching, attracting opportunities, and increasing your visibility. Now, the void of course moon windows today are going to be more so weakening momentum and clarity. So during those windows, launches could lose a little traction, negotiation drifts, trades behave unpredictably, and emotional confusion increases. Now, the best uses of the VOC time, just like yesterday, we focusing on cleansing, editing, reflection, planning, resting, spiritual maintenance, and backing your tasks. Avoid these moves during a VOC time. Major launches, emotional confrontations, large purchases, important contracts, and impulsive trades. All right? Always check your exact timing, right, guys? My favorite calculator for that is going to be, I like to do the planetary calculator on om-journal.com, and I utilize astro-sleep.com as well. They got calculators, and it's very easy to use. Now, the best uses of today's energy, right? You want to be in on your live streaming today, y'all. You want to be strategically networking. We're trading setups. We're branding, we're marketing. We are focusing on financial reviews, our business planning, our scaling conversations, our analytics, our thought leadership, our back-end refinement, and again, disciplined execution. I'm going to continue to reiterate, no emotional spending, no overtrading, no ego battles, no burnouts, no impulsive launches, no oversharing, overpromising and under-delivering, and no decisions made out of desperation. All right? Now, the timing guide for my Evolve Hustlers. The best time for y'all to push is Sun hours, Jupiter hours, the Moon trine and Mars windows, all right? And the waxing moon periods. Now, you're going to tap in for networking, visibility, business expansion, trading, sales, and launchings during those hours. Your best time for cleansing is the Saturn influence emotional lows, void moon periods, and evening decompression. You're going to use it for energetic clearing, deleting distractions, your nervous system reset, your financial audits, and your emotional recalibration. Your best time to sell is during Mercury hours, Sun hours, and Jupiter hours, all right? So you thinking about consultations, again, heavy on the live stream vibes. Educational content with that Sagittarius and Jupiter energy and Saturn energy vibing, the audience engagement, your offers, and luxury branding, all right? Now, the best time to rest, facts, void moon windows, and after emotionally heavy Saturn moments of the day, and periods of overstimulation. Don't just burn yourself out. Your nervous system needs maintenance too, guys. Now, when you want to be confrontational, today is not ideal for emotionally reactive conflict. Your Sagittarius energy can become blunt, impulsive, excessive, and emotionally careless. If confrontation is necessary, focus on the facts, okay? Keep it cute, or keep it on mute. Keep it on the playground. Stay calm, avoid ego battles, and remain strategic during your interactions. Now, when you think of manifesting, it's today. Today is a good day for that. You are tapping into the manifestation of your business growth, your leadership skills, your wealth, your visibility, your audience expansion, your discipline success, strategic partnership alignment, sustainable abundance, and manifestation today is working best through aligned action and structure alike. All right, y'all? So when you think of the way that today is supposed to go, it's still carrying the seriousness of yesterday's energy. Everything that you do now definitely matters, and what you put out and what you take in, per usual, it matters. Now, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So the ability to kind of go with the flow is going to be rooted in your planning and your systems and your ability to recognize when to say when. That's like my fave right now. All right. Now, I do want to run down June's 2026 forecast for y'all, because this is a month of strategic expansion. I was looking at the entire month on a scope, and it is, if you are not tapping in and you're not executing your plans, like, what are you even doing? You got to know, if people around you during this transit are kind of like staying back, it's because that's where they are on a fundamental level, and you are only going to be holding yourself back trying to like get in where you sit in. You got to know that. Now, everybody tried in its entirety. I'm going to talk about the forecast first, and then we're going to tap into the collective reading. I ran down for the CEOs and Evolve Hustlers. Like, I try to run down with y'all first moving forward, because I know we have things to do. But this is just for us as a collective, all right? The month, like, expansion. Y'all, the horse, Gemini, like, all the training, the shifting of the nodes, like, we've been talking about that, right? June 2026 is a major transitional month on an astrological level. Some dominant themes that you can see playing out for this upcoming month are going to be rapid adaptation, communication revolutions, financial restructuring, emotional maturity, digital expansion, strategic leadership, nervous system management, and audience influence. All right, these are just like heavy things that you guys are going to see play out over the course of the month. And a few of the reasons why, to start, y'all know we got this Uranus and Gemini, which is a humongous collective shift. This is defining the long-term energy, the vibes. So, expect it to accelerate AI, technology, media, communications, market vitality, digital business models, information warfare, and fast-moving trends. You want to keep your eye on the prize when it comes to this Uranus and Gemini, because finessed and finagled in the right direction could lead you to a very profitable new pivot moment. So if you know the pivot, if you are ready, if you're not leaning into like, oh, this stuck in the mud, just being crazy, like if you know how to like do the energy, you should be fine. But if you stay stuck, you're gonna have a moment. Now, for my traders, the market this month is remaining highly reactive and narrative driven. That's not gonna change. So keep your ear to the streets. Tap in with me, shameless plug, for your business forecast. And you know, I am taking retainer clients. I'm only taking 6 because I want to be able to put attention towards you guys' goals and what you're doing. So I can only do that with a few people. So each season I take on 6 retainer clients. All right, so I can plan, we can strategize, and we can keep it moving. Again, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Now, founders, your businesses right now are going to be built on education, media, influence, communication, consulting, technology, digital systems. All of these are going to thrive the fastest. Like if you was trying to figure out how you going to get this money by tomorrow, those are going to be the ways to do it. Now, the old business model, the old way of doing things is collapsing. Adaptability becomes your currency right now, y'all. Now, let's get into the full moon vibes, which are happening between today and tomorrow. And it's kind of fall energetically. Tuesday, it's going to kind of like well off, and it's going to go to Capricorn, but not too much. It's going to slow down. Now, your full moon energy, we already talked about how this is the place where you want to say, okay, this is who I am and this is what I'm doing. A lot of things are happening and you need to be on the right side of history when it comes to that. So your networking, your pushes for sales, your publishing, your launches, all that's going to continue to be a vibe. Same for, you know, the Evolved Hustlers of Day traders. If you are living life and you are looking to do better, this is the time. You don't want to be just jumping in. I know the energy is saying otherwise, like that Sagittarius and that Gemini energy, but you're going to be better off doing the exact opposite of that energy right now. Now, we are shifting towards we having a new moon that's going to be more so a cusp, okay? The new moon is cusping. Let me see, where is that? It's a new moon in Gemini, and it's also shifting into Cancer, all right? Now, this is going to change the way you do things, change the way you nurture, shifting in emotions, and what value means to you. So this is why I believe you're being given the opportunity to kind of free yourself with this Sagittarius moon. And with the Capricorn, it's like, you know, Capricorn rules the knees. So I just feel like the ability to build, do, and set the tone to endure. And then there's a shift happening. Now, I got some notable transits that I also want to get into before we talk about the new moon, because there are some things coming up that you need to be notating. For one, tomorrow, fresh off the boat, Mercury enters Cancer. All right, so we're going to be pushing towards a waning give this phase now, and we'll be releasing and removing for our goals that we're looking to accomplish. I've been talking to y'all about getting very clear about what you want to do, because this is the time to really put it in motion. Now, we've got a last quarter moon in Pisces on the 8th. Venus is entering Leo on the 13th. And hold the line. That's going to be a very interesting shift. Now, the new moon, we can get into that. Now, the new moon is going to be custom, like I said, between Gemini and Cancer. And you're going to be taking in the information and the vibes and all of this networking that you're doing. And you are now going to be implementing it into something sustainable. All right? Private wealth, your nervous system, your financial foundations are a hot topic right now, and you are leaning into a pivot. I feel like that Gemini energy is giving you optimism time, like pivot, do it, right? Now, later, and I'm going to be listing these on the website, and you guys are going to have a PDF download for the almanac, so no worries. We just running over it to get a vibe, but just know you will be able to reference and print it out for your personal grimoires as well, again, on Haus of Cush Patreon. Now, moving forward, we enter in a waxing phase, and Chiron enters Taurus, which is definitely giving you the vibes of knowing your worth, your self-love, your value. And there are going to be very, like, interesting opportunities for transmutation and changing, especially around the 20th of the month, which is around that's the week of like Juneteenth, right? Now, the sun enters Cancer around the 21st. We're gonna have a first quarter moon in Virgo right about then, so it's like unchecked emotion, strategy, like all of those things are being integrated for a shift. So that summer solstice vibe is also on the 21st. Okay, towards the end of the month, more focusing in on networking. Mars enters Gemini on the 28th, which is towards the end, giving you an optimal moment to shift into the full moon in Capricorn on the 29th. There is Mercury goes retrograde, so we got a retrograde at the end of the month. Jupiter enters Leo at the end of the month too. So we are going to be planning and doing rituals and things to prepare for that as well. Now, one interesting thing that I saw as I was looking over the calendar for next month is the fact that a lot of the pivotal moments that we'll be having astrologically occur on a Monday. Now, if you're well aware of planetary days and hours, you know Mondays are good for getting prepared to travel, your emotions, setting the tone, fertility. Like Monday means certain things. So I thought it was very interesting that the spirits or the universe, if you will, you know, whatever you want to call it, is placing certain things on certain days to execute business and personal maneuvers. Like for instance, the new moon in Gemini, that shit happening on the 15th of the month, right? That's a Monday. The full moon in Capricorn, that's happening on a Monday on the 29th. Don't you find that interesting? On 6/1, we're in a full moon in Sagittarius. And Mercury's entering Cancer on a moon. Cancer's ruled by the moon. Like, it's just playing out so interesting. And I always talk to you guys about that. The universe is funny that way when it comes to, you know, the cheat code and how we can do things. Again, this is collective. This is general. So if you're looking for something more tailored to your business, your hustle, or your personal life, you know, go ahead and click the link in my bio. Book yourself a spiritual strategy session or a forecast, and we can get you taken care of. But this is just the overall thing. So I see us focusing on a lot. Our full moon and our new moon. I see us focusing in on our road openers, protection and cleansing above all else, and of course our uncrossings, right? So as a group, as a tribe, as a coven, if you will, we'll be pulling the energy together to make sure that we have an excellent season. Any work that you are doing, now this is very important, so catch this. Any work you're doing, you can expect it to start to show up by the 28th when Mars enters Gemini, all right? So what you do between now and the 21st is, it's the meat and potatoes. It's the refining, if you will, before you reap the rewards on the full moon in Capricorn, all right? And this is how it's gonna go. Point blank, period. Now, let's see what else. Now, the June business things, AI integration. I know a lot of people is not really fucking with AI. They feel some type of way about the environment and things of that nature. And, you know, obviously we do have a few things to address, right? But AI integration is heavy, and it's everywhere. It's really everywhere. Like, even if you don't technically subscribe to it, it's really every fucking where. Scaling your digital brand, podcast growth, obviously with all that Gemini energy, why would you not be talking, showing up, and educating? So follow that up with an education business. Thought leadership, so originality, authenticity, right? Content systems, right? Now, June, you guys want to avoid burnout, scattered focus, impulsive investing, emotional leadership, weak boundaries, moving without structure, and overconsumption of information. You got to know when to log the hell out, okay, y'all? Now, June spiritual lessons, because, it's all we deal as above, so below. June is asking you, can you evolve faster than your fear, right? The people who are thriving this month are going to be adaptable, they're emotionally disciplined, they're strategic, they're technologically aware, they're mentally resilient, and they're capable of balancing their intuition with structure. This is not passive manifestation energy this month. You're not just, you got to get out and get something, all right? This manifestation, it's going to occur through your intelligent movement. Whatever you're looking to bring forward, that's how it's coming. Now, June opens a new chapter while May closed out with pressure for refining the foundation, and you needed that. All right? Pressure made diamonds. It's going to bring you acceleration, visibility, reinvention, strategic evolution, and expansion. So the hustlers who thrive right now are not merely working harder, they're moving smarter. They're regulating emotionally, they're adapting rapidly, they're mastering communication, and they're building systems designed to survive the future. All right? Now, I am going to pull some cards, and we are going to check in. Now, this reading is going to be for the month ahead because, yeah, I was going to do a reading for today, but if it doesn't apply, let it flow. And I know I said I was going to do the, this is collective. I am going to put up the elements, okay? The elements are going to be private. So you're going to have numerology, so you guys who like to go off of numbers, different things like that, okay? Sun, moon, rising. Don't do too much for yourself. Don't stress yourself out, Work on it from your best spot. Be realistic about what you can do and what you're willing to put in. Not what the circumstances are, but how far you're willing to go. Do you got enough fucking in your blood? You got enough fucking in your system? If you do, this gonna be a good month. Now, earlier, I ain't gonna hold y'all, I was hearing Spirit saying, free your legs, free your legs. Thank God it's Almighty, we free your legs. Now is a perfect time to tap into what works for you. Like, there's a judgy system on the horizon when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to hustle, when it comes to love, like that Venus and Gemini, the partnerships, or like things people are rethinking, like maybe I could get her done. So if you were looking to pivot, perfect time. But let me open these rows. Thank you, Spirit, for opening the rows for me on behalf of the tribe. Thank you so much for covering and protecting us as we go on this journey. And thank you for the gift. I don't abuse the gift. I honor it. I appreciate it. I love it. I respect it. What guidance do you have for us between today and the remainder, June, baby? What we got going on for June? What do we need to know? Free your legs. Free your legs. They got us, Almighty, we free your legs. Like you are being given a choice. Another important transit that I didn't mention to you guys right off the bat is on the 5th. The moon is going to be waxing gibbous in Aquarius and Juno retrogrades in Aquarius. This is a freedom moment in terms of relationships and partnerships and old outdated contracts that are holding you back. So and that shit happened on a Friday. Like, can't tell me this a coincidence. That she goes down on a Friday. What's Friday? A Venus day, a love day, a reconciliation day, Aquarius. Man, the jokes write themselves. If you're intelligent enough to catch it, it's like the cheat code. But I feel like we spend so much time trying to like show people who don't want to fucking see. Like, you so busy trying to convince a motherfucker, and then also like the hierarchy. Like, who cares? Can you do the job? Can you do it? Can you get from point A to point B in one piece? Or a few or two, right? I think you lost the plot a long time ago. And if you're not careful, you'll get stuck in that like outdated ass rhetoric of proving yourself and arguing about things that don't matter. Guns and butter, baby. That's all that matters at the end of the day. That's what they saying. And then in a cycle, Justice, Libra energy. Y'all know I'm gonna go through with the ancestors, the elevated ancestors first to see what they got. Family business, honey. Ooh, my cards. Okay, 5 of baskets in reverse. Some relationships dynamics just aren't gonna survive the next 5 months. A lot of past relationships, people gonna be in their feelings, and this shit is not gonna make it. Yeah, but they still, like, there's an essence maybe of the past 8 months with the 8 of baskets in reverse. If you're not being able to walk away from these systems, this could involve a father of coins. So take it where it resonates. You could be dealing with an earth sign, masculine, business, or otherwise personal. But there's a system that's been set up here. This person seems to be quite, solid in the way of how they want to do things. Business owners with that father of coins. If this is you, you've had a hard time like separating yourself in relationships and partnerships, matters of the heart, past energy. Taurus could be significant with the Bishop C.H. Mason, which represents the Hierophant. Five energy here. There's a significant shift. Somebody, is more focused on doing the right thing. Somebody's more focused on creating systems here. And just, following, there's a sort of protocol that has to be built. Past foundational energy. Present, daughter of baskets in reverse. So water sign feminine energy. There's a lack here. A lack of loyalty. A lack of love. In 3 days, somebody could be making some sort of decision here. In the next 3 days, the first 3 days of the month. It could involve a Pisces, gullah jack in reverse, Hierophant here. Then someone has decided to release a situation, no longer being held up, not wanting to speak with the daughter of knives, not wanting to speak. Somebody's eyes are being opened within the next 2 weeks. And they could be offering some form of assistance or help or paying back. There's the big payback, 6 of coins. 6 of coins. Somebody owe you something. They owe you something here. Yeah, you've been patient. Taurus, heavy Taurus energy. You've been patient. You've been insightful. You've done what you were supposed to do. If you do have any rituals that you need to be doing right now, they need to be long term. 9 of coins in the upright, 9 of pentacles. So right now you need to be focusing in on your long term goals, your rituals. In slow motion better than no motion, baby. 1 + 1 is always going to equal 2. Now, the collective energy here is Scorpio with the ancestors in reverse. There is something that hasn't ended, and it may be causing a burden here for you. Something dealing with the ancestors or someone living. There seems to be someone who's lost their train of thought. Maybe they are looking to heal a relationship over the next month. It could be something around the time of Aquarius. Somebody changing the mind, generational changing. Pluto in Aquarius too, y'all. And when we got Aquarius towards the end of the week on June the 5th and June the 6th. So we got Aquarius energy during that time as well. Somebody needs to shift their perspective, change their plans. 7 of Knives, change your plans over the next 7 weeks. It could be involving a job. 3 of coins in the upright. A job could be reaching out. Maybe there's some information regarding employment here. And maybe you weren't uncomfortable in the past, but the spirit is advising you to continue to move forward. Cancer is significant here. So I do see a tower. Maybe there's an essence of you realizing something and deciding to manifest or do magic. Realizing something in regards to a Gemini. You have the power Yeah, there's a manifestation being had here, and you could have possibly slowed down a goal that you were trying to meet. It took you out for about 8 years, like, and you realize now why, right? Seven of baskets, and this is why you're going to be receiving the Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles now, because your emotions are balanced, you're thinking clearly, and it's not about like how you fail; it's about how you getting up. Like you maybe for a while you sat in that like I fail, but seriously, you getting the hell up now. Yeah, opportunities, jobs, partnerships. Yeah, just be mindful of the alignment, and because it's gonna be a long time coming. Ten of Pentacles in the upright. Ten of Coins, heavily invested. This is long term. This is anything you do now is going to be very much. Now Capricorn is here, so before the Capricorn moon, you need to detach. Okay, you need to detach, and you need to stop moving reckless. Detach from fear. Daughter of Sticks in reverse, the fire sign feminine. And it looks as though maybe someone could be trying to cover up a series of lies here. This could be a masculine father's doing. The father could be taking some sort of bold action to expose a set of lies. There's a little bit of recklessness here, so you need to detach from this person. And when you do make bold moves, be quite intentional, because someone here is their emotions are all over the place still. There's been a little bit of stagnation. They could call themselves wanting a form of justice. Yeah, the masculine is going to try to get some sort of justice lever here, because this person doesn't want to break up. And there could be quick communication or movement happening over the next 8 days. And maybe there's a lack of partnership or alignment here, but this is the best thing to be doing, because there's something in the water here. There's a snake in the grass with the Nine of Sticks in reverse. Somebody couldn't protect you. They're stuck in a state of mind. There's a mother figure here who you also need to remove yourself from. A Mother of Sticks, a fire sign. There's very aggressive energy that you need to be taking over the next 5 days, because there's an Emperor in reverse, Aries here, and somebody needs to get control. Somebody needs to get control over their finances, over their mind, over their plans. All right, take control of that. There is something being hidden, Leo's energy here. And you need to pay attention, because the next 7 years, someone could be trying to come in and manipulate you out of a process. Don't share and don't do, Sagittarius, possibly before Sagittarius season, a father figure. Make emotionally aligned decisions this season, especially when it comes to family. But you'll have what you want. 10 baskets in the upright. 10 months. Emotional fulfillment. 10 of Coins. This is you building, growing, doing. Recognizing the snakes in the grass, but not necessarily like letting it affect you. Okay? We doing heavy duty planning. Yeah, in the past, you could have lost a job. Yeah, but gained a new network of camaraderie. Like, the old way isn't working. You need positive alignment. Okay? Building knowledge. Maybe you're studying a new path, a new journey. I just see an 10:01 on the timestamp. I see an execution of plans here. Now, all over, the guides are saying temperance is needed. Sagittarius here. Someone could be under judgment. Libra could be significant. So justice is prevailing. Heavy Libra energy for a Sag here. Justice. Now, why the justice is coming? When it comes to this person, they could have stolen inheritance. They could just have not built you up. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, a loss here. You took a loss. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. You took a fucking loss in the past. And there could have been some sort of negative thinking. This person could have a little bit of trouble coming, and there's some help needed. Somebody needs help financially to start over, to build a new life. And there's this needing to be aligned with people who get you. 2 of Cups to the 3 of Cups. Yeah, and this person somebody doesn't have a job. They're unwilling to do the work, and this could be their weakness. They got a lot of pride here, and then there's the Virgo, and there's some things that are being exposed about a Virgo masculine. Could be something they did when they was younger, or they just did it off the rip. But somebody could be trying to fix it, and they haven't been able to come forward, because there's a mother figure here that's upset about the loss of a relationship. She's a water sign, or has water sign energy. Maybe you didn't follow your intuition, so let's give someone the opportunity here to avoid a betrayal. So maybe you avoid this betrayal by taking action. Over the next day, you are going to realize some things about people stealing and like doing wrong. 7 of Swords in reverse. 7 days is Pisces, so that's a that's a Sunday, and the moon is going to be back to Gibbous in Pisces, and over the next 7 weeks. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, exposure. So what you do now is going to expose some sort of loss here. Somebody's not going to be able to rebuild, and they could be exposing this information. Oh, so the thing is, people are going to be like casting their woes upon you, like, cue the violins. It was never going to work long term anyway, and it was causing you to not be able to take care of yourself. So you're doing the right thing. Never, Taurus energy, you're doing the right thing. Moving forward, the pace is going to pick up, and there could be someone who could be in regret because they made a bad decision, and this person could be embarrassed or going through some sort of legal woes, and they're going to be trying to come towards you with an offer. It could be a Cancer or a Taurus. Somebody seems to be executing a plan. Yeah, somebody from your past, and maybe they don't think you'll notice. Could be a Aquarius energy. Yeah, somebody could be staying in a situation due to trying to cover something up about a Leo feminine energy here. And yeah, they trying to keep this shit hidden. They trying to keep something hidden. This person's like got some sort of like definitive plan, but maybe on the surface they feel looking cool, but they ain't their feelings. Yeah, they are King of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Cups. I don't know who that is, but yeah, you guys could not be talking. This could be why they're not able to come towards you. Yeah, this person is upset, baby. Reckless energy, this moving like a King of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this could be due to some sort of baneful magic here that they are missing. So they are in debt. They indebted, and they didn't do what they were supposed to do by the family. Ooh. Or they are in debt and they're not getting what they want. No wish fulfillments for you. Yeah, they're losing an internal battle for trying to hold you up and keep you stuck. Yeah, somebody thought that they had all the options in the world, and now they is going through a tower. Yup, presently. Taurus, Pisces here. Somebody could be being left out in the cold, and maybe you could have told this person that maybe this is a high priestess leaving someone out in the cold. Yeah, you no longer believe this person. You no longer want to accept offers right now, and that's for the better. This is a responsible way of battling this entity or this spirit. All right, don't accept any offers over the next 4 months. This is how you get out of the mental trap, or the plans that they're trying to set for you. All right, you need to be taking quick action, inspired movement, in a way that you're not really thinking like about, oh, the woe is me, but you have clarity. Like, Spirit says, don't worry, take action. You have clarity. A week is very significant. The first week, you got clarity about a Capricorn or someone's true intentions. This person's deciding not to fight. They don't want to argue, but they do have something to say. Okay, give them the mic, basically. Yeah, they're going to try to make amends with you because they don't want this to end. Scorpio is significant. Yeah, somebody has, maybe they want to be more giving. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, they see this as being giving is going to bring them some sort of fortune here. Sharing. Reparations. This person could have done something bad. They were a false leader in the past, and they didn't save, they didn't build up their money on, and this is a cycle that's going to continue until they pay you. Knight of Pentacles, until they come forward and pay. Yeah, they're going to be King of Pentacles in the reverse until they do it. You could have broken this person's heart, because this person could have caused some trauma to you. Yeah, that's what they did. They were satisfied with what they was doing. But it's just business. Queen of Swords, okay? In the upright at the end. It's just business at the end of the day. You get the Empress here, and you know what to do. You know when to say when. And this is present energy, so occurring over the next 1 to 2 weeks, all right? Near future. Again, building 10-10, building something sustainable, building something real, recognizing maybe someone not wanting to do things traditionally or by the book anymore, realizing the error in their ways. People could be changing their mind, changing their perspective, right? Yeah, somebody is having a hard time adapting to your rebirth. Could have been a Taurus or a Leo. This person seems to be trying to build the courage up, but they're afraid because they seem to know that, you don't trust them anymore. And you could be unhappy with this person. You could hate this individual actually because they tried to trap you. And Spirit is saying you could believe somebody believes you're restless. Somebody could be sick. They could be trying to, you could be being protected. So be mindful of it, because y'all, Taurus is heavy here. This person trying to give you something. They try to give you something and maybe want you to forget that they can try to consume you. This person's impatient. A Libra could be communicating law officials. Something's imbalanced. They want to talk. Something's not working. They've experienced victory in the reverse, a loss, trying to create a collaboration that was stupid. Spirit says they weren't playing around, and this person has bad intentions. This could be a Sagittarius here. Somebody's being tricked. They don't think this person's observing them, and they've been tricked into becoming friends with an enemy, and this is being revealed. Because beneath the surface, Aquarius energy here, Scorpio energy, someone's lifestyle has not changed. They've been quite careless, Cancer, and now they're cursed with something. They're immature. They don't have any power. Aries, they haven't evolved emotionally or spiritually. They lack the cunning. There seems to be chaos here. This plays to be a strength for you, okay? People seem stuck in their ways, thinking they know every damn thing. You again do the exact opposite. It's opposites month, okay? This is a little mental strategy. Yeah, deal or no deal. Cancer, Capricorn. Yeah, you're choosing not to deal with the person because they have some secrets, and they could be, their mask got ripped off and they became defensive. They will become defensive of your spirits, okay? So this is inspiring you they're trying to build some sort of confidence up, but again, be mindful of this person's, like, how they be being mean. Maybe they think being mean, like, puts off confidence, but it don't. It just is you being an asshole. Yeah, leap of faith. The free man. I'm going to leave it at that. And this is present energy. So take the leap of faith. Do the thing that you've been trying to do. Yeah. And be mindful of people who, like, try to be funny but frame it as like, oh, haha, little jokey joke. Ain't nothing funny. Okay? Absolutely nothing. 5 weeks. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta let people play themselves out their spot. I mean, you don't have to do nothing. 10-10. People will fall on their own swords, and that's what's gonna happen this month. And we're gonna leave it, like I said, 10-10 on the timestamp. Alright, guys. Now, thank you, Spirit, for giving me this info to translate for the collective. And yeah, that's what I got, y'all. That's what I got. Check out Haus of Cush Patreon for the full guides and PDF downloads that'll drop. And make sure y'all turn on y'all notifications, okay? Let me know, what are your plans for the month ahead? How are this season's transits going to be affecting you, all right? Follow, like, share, subscribe. Friends, tell friends. You never know who can help. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And again, thank you so much for your support. I'm grateful for you. Chat soon. Love you, mean it. Bye.